Hello, it's Bill calling. He keeps saying that. Coming from Santa Monica, California. Another beautiful day. Today is Saturday. I did go out and scavenge for, I don't know, probably 2 hours. It was a good day as far as scavenging goes. And I can't remember. I think I'm going to say it because I've had like 3 videos get erased. I don't remember that I'm supposed to push save at the end. Like if somebody interrupts me, I forget. And I hit stop, but if you don't push save, it erases it, I guess. So anyway, I know that now. So I'm going to, if I repeat myself, I apologize, but it's easier for me. I'm going to say this. I messed up. I'm so used to, I have to make I make patterns to everything I do. So literally, like doing this, I have a route that I go do everything every day. And I have the same thing. I have auto pay for everything. And I didn't think about it because that's why I have it, so I don't have to think about it. I went to do my to brief you guys all on the accounting end of it to see what I'd spent, and I forgot that I have all of my stuff on auto pay. So I'm so sorry, but I can back it all out so that it'll be accurate. So my accounting is actually going to be, you can follow me from next month. I'll start it fresh on the 1st. And I'll just put in the stuff that I can't change. And like I can't get the same deal on the storage unit, but I'm just going to say that my first 2 months were free, which they were. But because I messed up, you guys can benefit from that whatever arrangements you guys made, and for me, it's my mistake, so it's no big deal. I mean, I do it all the time. So anyway, I just wanted to keep you up to date on that. So I will start the accounting side of this fresh on the 1st, and we'll keep I'm going to keep working on collecting things. So with that in mind, I think my invite to, no, I think I did that last night. I talked to John Taffer last night. So I'm going to say hi, John. So then we can go right straight into a little of what I got done today. Let me talk about what I found today. I found a kids razor. When I first started to look it up, because I know nothing about these things, there's a razor that's like $499, call it $500 for adults, kind of like the ones we see around here in Santa Monica that you can rent by them. I think it's 15 minutes at a time. I don't know how much they cost, but you see them all over the place. I honestly hate the things, but that's just me. Well, a lot of people don't like them. Tourists love them. And I've only lived here 3 years, so it's not like I've been here forever, but I hated them from the first time I seen them. A bunch of reasons. Anyway, this is a kid's version. I think they call it a E90, Razor E90, and it's brand new. I mean, I'm not kidding when I say brand new. I mean, the tires aren't even, it has the little rubber nubbies on it, and the extra instruction manual, everything, and it was set out in they didn't put it in the trash, but it's next to the trash. So I found that. That wasn't today, that was the other day, but I think I started to mention it, and I wanted to finish that story. So that I found that, but I only listed it today. I didn't tell you what I listed it for. I always look, when I owned my salvage yard, I'd always, whatever it was, my salvage yard was primarily building materials, but anything. Like Hurricane Andrew hit, that was one of my biggest ever lifetime experiences, money-wise, everything. But I went down, I had a 18-foot trailer to go, just to go and pick stuff up. And when the Andrew hit, I had a big black dude, Bobby. I love him to death. I still love him. It's funny how I hired him. But anyway, I told him, I said, Bobby, grab some plywood and whatever you gotta get, and make sides for the trailer, 2 foot high, and put it out front, take a can of spray paint, and, put whatever words you want to put on it, but advertise, hurricane relief for Andrew. And so we did all that. And, this is like right after, it's like literally like 2 or 3 days after, maybe not even that. And where I live, Stewart didn't get hit really hard. I mean, it got hit, but not like Miami or Homestead. But anyway, they filled that trailer with water and perishables and non-perishables. I'm sorry, clothing, stuff like that. I mean, things people were gonna need. And I mean, they filled it less than 2 days. So I told Bobby, I said, get the truck and hook that thing up. I said, these people need it now. I said, if it fills that fast up, I'm going to ride it down to, I drove all the way down to Homestead from Stewart, which is like I don't know. It was pretty bare. It wasn't a lot of traffic, so and I wasn't worried about speeding. So I think I did it in about 3 hours, but regular traffic and stuff like that, it's probably a 4-hour ride, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, I got there, and you got National Guard. I'll try and make this quick. Anyway, National Guard, they're not going to let me through. And I told him, I said, I just have supplies to give. I'm not here to take anything. So he said, let me go talk to whoever he's going to talk to. And so I sit there and I'm waiting, it's like a half an hour. I get to talking to these people that are wandering around, and it's the insurance claim and adjusters. And I'm bullshitting with them. And I probably can't say that either. I'm talking with them. And he's asking me what I'm there for. And I said, well, I own a salvage yard up in Stewart. And I said, we put that trailer out there and people filled it. I brought it down here. He said, you own a salvage yard? I said, yeah. He said, what do you salvage? I said, you name it, anything. And he's like, he explained the whole situation, but the long story short is, in a situation like that, after the insurance what they do is they put their either number or letter in a circle around it in their color. That means that whatever the claim has been settled. And if you get the pass, you're allowed to go get them, because they need to clean the mess up too. That's part of the insurance deal. So in an event like that, you're doing them a favor to take everything. I mean, it's, once you have the badge, you get a name thing like, like backstage pass necklace thing. It looks like that. And, these things don't happen often, but I owned a salvage yard. I had all the credentials. It wasn't real tough, but of course this is 20 some odd years ago. But, I had a blast. I had an absolute blast. I made a fortune. I went right to, it hit Homestead, so there was the airport. And all of the private planes and stuff that usually in Florida, they don't worry about them being hangared because of the weather. So most of them just get, there are bolts in the, well, it looks like a runway, but it's where you park your plane. And it's lag bolts in the ground, and you lash your plane down. And so those things are everywhere. And to me, it was all aluminum. I have an 18-foot trailer, but you got to take everything. So I'm like, okay, I know that's fine. I can figure that out. I didn't know then because I hadn't taken my flying lessons yet. I learned later, but like all the electronics and stuff, they all have to be recertified, the engine, everything. So I'd found that out, and I knew I couldn't sell any of them except for people at parts and scrap and stuff like that. But somebody came in. At that point, I only had like one or two of the engines. And one of the guys came in. The props and all that usually are dinged or broken or whatever. But anyway, I'm wandering. And he's like, what's the motors for? I said, they're airplane engines. But I said, you can't use them in the airplane. I said, you could use them in I looked it all up. You can look them in, you can use them in experimental or recertified. And recertifying is not as expensive as buying a rebuilt one, but it's and then when they're like that, it's no use. I mean, I suppose if you're a mechanic and could do it, yeah. But anyway, so this guy comes in. He wants to know what I'm going to do with him. I said, I don't know. I said, I got him. I said, they're not all damaged or that bad, but I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. He says, what do you want with them? I said, I don't know. I said, you're the first person that's asked me about them. It's only been a few weeks. He says, I'll give you $4,000 for one. He says, I could sell as many as you want for that. I said, you'll give me $4,000 for it? He said, yeah. He said, I should probably just sit here and buy as many as you got. But he said, you know what that's for, right? And I said, I have no idea. I said, I know it's for an airplane, but I said, I know because I looked it up. They got to be recertified. He says, that's what us rednecks use. I'm in Florida. Us rednecks literally use those on our airboats. I would have never thought of that. So I'm like, really? He says, yeah, you're giving me a heck of a deal on that motor, even if I have to fix it. He says, I could buy those all day long for $6,000 and make money. I said, really? He says, yeah, I'll send them to you. I said, you send them to me. I said, I'll send you. You come back every time a friend of yours comes to me and buys one, and I said, I'll cut you back some. So that's what we did. And hold on one second.